Yo, what is going on, my husbandos and waifus? My name is HERMSAUR, and welcome to another review for you guys. Today, we're going to review Sword Art Online Alicization, episode number 3, or Sword Art Online Season 3, episode number 3. Also, if you guys did not know, recently, I am on Spotify. Fun fact, I am on Spotify, so if you guys want to listen to these reviews over on Spotify, if you can't watch, like, some people don't have the time, they're on the road, and they're driving, they can't watch the video. I'm actually on Spotify, so make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Spotify. The link will be in the description below for these reviews, as well as the podcast for the boys. That one is really good. But anyways, we are here to talk about Sword Art Online Alicization, episode number 3. This episode, of course, not really more so action. It ends where the action is going to begin in the next episode, but more so a lot of drama, a lot of connections in the anime that I was actually very curious about. For one thing, one of the things that I said in the previous review was that what is it called? The elder tree, or whatever the tree is called. I was wondering if they were able to cut it with swords, because it does have its durability or its life, kind of like its HP. We know Kirito is a very strong swordsman, so I was wondering if they could keep slicing at it to whittle down the HP for them to cut it. What Yu-Gi-Oh does is he brings the blue rose sword that they found in the cave to Kirito for him to see if he could swing it and chop the tree. And what they did realize is that Kirito was able to get the sword stuck into the tree, dead ass. That is a big development. And also we see Yu-Gi-Oh try to do it himself, and we can see that Yu-Gi-Oh is actually very strong. He should be at least physically stronger than Kirito for him cutting that tree for so long. Why am I talking like this? I have no idea. Also, we learned that Selka is the sister of Alice, the younger sister of Alice. I will say it is a nice change of pace to see a girl that does not like Kirito and like someone else. Selka, who likes Yu-Gi-Oh, which I'm assuming that Alice also has some feelings for Yu-Gi-Oh as well. She's curious whatever happened to her sister, and when Kirito told her what happened to her older sister, when she's at End Mountains, I already called it. She's going to go to the End Mountains and do some research herself, or try to get herself caught by the Integrity Knight so she can be taken away. But unfortunately, we see she gets caught by the goblins, and I'm like, yo, this ain't Goblin Slayer. What's going on here? I didn't come here for Goblin Slayer. I came for Sword Art. But it's nice to see that they're adding some really dark shit into it. We even see that the goblins had swords and etc. with blood on it. So we're wondering where it's coming from. We learned in the very beginning of this episode that goblins have been invading outside of the towns, abducting people and etc. And the Integrity Knights are just subduing them. Though Alice might have become an Integrity Knight herself. That's my assumption, that she is an Integrity Knight now. But honestly, we don't know. But it's crazy that they added goblins. And goblins, you know, I've seen lots of, you know, unfortunate hentai of goblin ogres. I hate those hentais, man. I don't know why people suggest them to me. Like, ultimately, like, this is a great way to change up the pace of Sword Art. So far, we've been seeing nothing but development, storytelling, world building, and understanding about what's been happening in this world, the underworld. A very interesting thing too is how they refer to system. When Yu-Gi-Oh calls system, it's like a spell. Kirito's like, you know about the system? In Kirito's eyes, system is a way to calling a menu or a type of thing to access something beyond the game, outside of the game, in the outer world. Whereas how Yu-Gi-Oh sees it, system is a calling to the gods to perform a certain spell. So Kirito's trying to like put 2 and 2 together, and I feel like, of course, Kirito's the only one that sees this as this is just like an MMORPG. There's a system and all that shit. That's crazy. The details that they're adding into this game, the deeper meaning stuff in terms of the taboo index, in terms of Selka being the sister of Alice, Yu-Gi-Oh with his calling, goblins, Integrity Knights, this whole world. There is so much that I'm just like, holy shit, there is a lot to actually take in when you're watching this, that it leaves you honestly speechless. Like, yo, there is so much in Sword Art Alicization in comparison to the other worlds. When we got Gun Gale, it was just a world where they like to shoot each other. It's a fucking game, but there's a death gun. There's a guy that, you know, wants to kill you, and he kills people in real life as well in the game. And the first season of Sword Art Online, where they are in, I forgot what that shit is called, but they're, you know, they're stuck in that video game. That was it. They just have to survive. There is a lot of depth. There is a lot of things going on. Kirito is stuck in this world where he's trying to put 2 and 2 together. He's trying to help these people out who are in the game. These artificial intelligence, the computers, the AI, actually have a mind of their own. And we don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh actually has a mind of his own. We don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh is an actual AI. What if he's an actual person from another place? My predictions was he's from the United States. He's also another person that's connected into the game somehow, like Kirito was before. But this is a very interesting development. What if Kirito's actually hooked up to a computer? We don't know. But there's the depth the depth of the series so far, and I'm hoping Sword Art, because this is 50 episodes, so I'm hoping Sword Art just continues this trend. I don't want no 50% of the series is this, the rest of it is just going to be them and Gun Gale or Alfheim or whatever. No, I want this to be it. Please, Sword Art, do not disappoint me. And I can read the light novels, and I've been tempted. I've been so tempted to hop onto the light novels so I can see more of this. But I've been, I've been leaning back like, no. I want my genuine reactions, because assuming that that's what you guys really like of me giving my predictions, especially the light novelists have been telling me like, yo, we actually like you talking about your predictions, especially as the light novelist, because it just interests the thought process. So I'm just wondering, should I read it? Or should I just wait till this is done and then read it? I'm actually down to just wait till it's done and then read it. I'm genuinely just like so... I feel like my involvement of what's going on is going to lessen if I read it. Also, little tidbits here in terms of music. The dramatization of the music fits so fucking well when Kirito was talking to Selka, when Selka said, "End mountains." The perfect moments of silence, them rushing over to the end mountains to save Selka, the moments when they see the goblins, the moments of Kirito picking up that sword and slicing it, the sound effects, everything has been on point. But what's most important, the thing that drawn me in terms of the music is the dramatization. It's kind of like Shane Dawson's Mind of Jake Paul. Fucking perfect. Also, one little feature that I noticed was when they were walking to the end mountains and referring to the first episode, we saw ice flowing down the river. That was a nice little tidbit. I said in the very beginning of the live reaction that we're going to see if Sword Art Online continues to bring this upscale, this great animation and art style, or is it going to dumb down towards the episodes going down, because that's usually what we see with anime, is that the animation tend to deteriorate over time. This episode, there is no sign of degradation of their animation and their art style. It's been 100% consistent, and fuck, man, good shit, Sword Art, good shit. Also, one last thing before we end the review, Lisa, please put your song on Spotify. Anyways, guys, that is my review for this episode of Sword Art Online. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like for me, because that would help me a lot. I don't know if I'll have time to do Radiant today. If anything, it will be up tomorrow, just because my hair will be a different color by the time you guys see another video. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like for me, because that would help me a lot. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the podcast, my dudes. See you in the next one.